Hey, all right, today's project's really cool. It's gonna be a trash to treasure project that a guy gave me some parts off of the truck that he was working on. So we're gonna make something really cool that he can put in his garage to kind of pay homage to his truck and the project itself. Stuff that I love doing, stuff that you can put in your garage, your man cave, whatever. Anyway, stick around, enjoy the process, enjoy the video. Let's go. All right, so what are we working with today? I mentioned we have the truck bed rail. So first off, let me just tell you a little bit of backstory before I get into the project. Just take a second. Went to my homecoming, 30-year homecoming, met with some old friends, and one of the husbands of my wife's old friend is a C10 guy. So next morning we ate breakfast, went and visited his house, checked out his C10. Really cool, it slants, got the patina, did all the work himself. And then he actually, just like a lot of car builders, he bought a second truck, you know, just for parts and whatnot. So I went and I overpicked that and just had this really cool idea. I mean, got me an extra emblem and some bed rails. I'm gonna incorporate it with this, I don't know, I've had it for a while in my stash. Used to be something, a wall hanger or something. And I got a picture frame. And yeah, let's just mash it all together. Make this guy a really cool piece that he can kind of put in his garage. Might put a picture of the truck or a picture of him working on the truck is what I think I'm gonna do. And yeah, just put the piece together. He gave me a bunch of this, so I plan on using this in other projects, but this is my way of saying thanks, John. Thanks for letting me get some parts off of your spare truck, kind of add to my stash out back, and yeah, do a video. This is what we do, right? All right, so we're starting off with this piece. You know, I could easily make a shadow box of some sort, but why reinvent the wheel? I've got this piece, and we're just gonna repurpose this. First thing I'm going to work with is using these bed rails as a frame to go around this box, and that's going to give me the depth in this box to kind of build out the photo and basically put the emblem and stuff inside here. right, so that's easy enough. So next steps is to get this thing mounted and just kind of go through the creative process of how everything's going to kind of fit inside. A couple things that I've noticed is, so these little, I guess, rivets, when it comes to here, I've just kind of like pounded them in, and that actually holds them in place pretty good. And obviously the glue's going to need to dry. So those, I'll just kind of hit those in place, put some glue or adhesive. I think I'm going to use my multi-purpose B2000 adhesive. And then here, so I didn't want to cut these too far because I didn't want that rivet popping out. So I'm going to end up drilling a relief there, so these will sit flat, and then the glue will able to hold these down as well. So then we will work the layout on the inside. Dries, we're going to go ahead and incorporate, John's a beer drinker just like many of us car guys are, and he's a Miller Lite guy, so we're going to incorporate Miller Lite bottle caps into the project. My first thought was to just kind of go around the frame. That's my second thought. I'm still doing this thought, but instead of keeping them whole like this, I'm going to pound them out and just kind of give them a more rough look, because up against the metal frame of the project and all the old look, this kind of looks too good. So I'm going to pound these out and just kind of lay them on as smash bottle caps. I'm thinking that's going to be a better look. So let me smash these. That's always fun. Okay, so as I'm looking at this, I kind of mentioned before they look too new, they look too good, so I flatten them out, but I still think I need to tone them down a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray some satin over them to kind of take the gloss off. Hopefully that tones them down a little bit to where they'll be more cohesive with the whole project. Okay, then while that dries, I'm just going to do a light sanding on the frame, take the sheen off. And here I have my Make It Look Old stain. This is just a vinegar steel wool solution. I use this a lot just to kind of, a lot of times it will turn the wood dark. A little concerned at what that white line is there. I'm not sure if that's primer or wood. It might just be I believe this is just a plastic frame. That's the problem. So that ain't gonna turn much. But this will stain, make it look a little more dingy. Stains everything. I use it on everything, but primarily wood. But you can put it on old photos. You can put it on paper. I just put it on everything. All right, so I'm not going to be able to live with the little white edge. I sanded it off thinking that it was wood frame. It's not a wood frame. It's a plastic frame. So that white edge just isn't going to do it for me. So I'm going to go ahead and spray it with a brown chalky brown, rusty color. Like I said, most of it's going to be covered up, but yeah, that's just what I do. And this is me holding the phone with one hand and spraying with the other. So that's a little tricky. Too lazy to get my, and there we go. That's what happens when you buy paint at garage sales. Sometimes, yeah, you get a good deal, but sometimes it just doesn't quite work. So let me go see what else I got. All right, so a can of paint could really screw things up. Let me show you what I ended up doing. I just like, look at my fingers. They're all like jacked up. I just squirted it like that, trying to get the much out. No, like I mentioned, it's all gonna be covered up. But let me show you what I'm dealing with. It just was all clunky, coming out all gummy and stuff, but I kind of like it. I mean, once again, that's what I love about doing these rustic projects. You can just run with it. So what I'm gonna do now is use the heat gun and see if I can get that to dry, and then I can glue those on in short order. I don't know. I might just go grab another frame. I have another one. Okay, so next we're finishing up the layout. It's all going to come together, as you'll see kind of how this lays out. Imagine the picture. You'll see the picture in the reveal at the end. But we got our frame, the Bud Light. Now we're going to introduce the C10 emblem. And the C10 emblem is going to go here. I also have a plan to put something here, and that I'll show you at the end of the video. It's something really cool, and I'll kind of highlight it a little bit later, but I got to figure it out first because my vision is there, but I just need to tackle the execution part. But meanwhile, we're going to mount the C10 emblem, and what I'm doing, I'm just eyeballing this, and I'm pushing down. Hopefully it's going to leave a mark where, yeah, I got two little marks right here. Now I'm going to mount those, and I'm going to drill. And I got these spacers that will kind of go there, and then those will just fit right in the holes, and I will mount that with glue as well. Let me get that going. And yeah, let me get that going. All right, so coming along pretty good. Kind of digging it, and I'm just about ready. I was just about ready to put my stain on there to make the wood look even older than it does. But I got to thinking, I kind of like the way it looks kind of sitting like this rather than hanging it on the wall. So remember these that I cut off? I'm gonna go ahead and mount these like little legs and add to the whole vibe of the rustic part. But I got to mount these before I stain it because I want them to kind of blend in. So that's what's going to go now. I'm going to go ahead and put these legs on it. Then I'm going to stain it. And then I'll go into the time lapse of the finishing touches, putting the picture in. You'll see that in the reveal. And then I'm also going to do the little caption. It's going to be really, really cool. I'm actually going to use this. I picked up at an estate sale, and this is one of those old label machines where you squeeze it real hard and it kind of punctures the plastic. In my red Ford truck, they labeled the, it used to be a fire truck, and they labeled like the siren and the water pressure gauge using one of these way back in the 60s. So We're gonna do the caption with this strip machine. Let me go ahead and do this. You'll see all the time lapse, and then I'll go ahead and recap it in the reveal. Project, I had a feeling it was going to be a great idea, but this thing turned out so cool. I would love it if I had something like this to kind of make a tribute to the cars that I've done in the past. This is what I love to do. This is really what I love to do, is kind of like, yeah, I don't know, people build cars, people build things, but then kind of cherish that. Some of my other videos you see, like I take old pictures and kind of bring them to life. This project brings the project to life that John built, which is so special to him. So it has been my pleasure, my honor to kind of put this thing together. It turned out super cool. It's super simple. I mean, look at what I threw together. It's just getting that creativity out. If you like the content of this video, I do other stuff similar, so check out some of my other videos. And then if you like kind of my whole vibe, maybe hit that subscribe button. I do car show videos as well. I go to car shows frequently, and while I'm there, I'm going to record a video. But anyhow, here is the up-close details of this project. I think you're going to dig it, the big reveal. I titled it Blood, Sweat, and Beers. Thought that it was appropriate. Anyway, have a good one.